They'll be calling you a radical. We got major breaking news out on Fukushima. The biggest news since the day Fukushima happened, bar none. This is a major story. It's the very first scientific study, a real science, not Camp-User's bucket fuck. That is worthless, all worthless. This is the very first concrete. I've been walking up and down that coast, as you know. I've been Cassandra-like on this, predicting this right down to my own leukemia from the day, you know, who's Cassandra, whatever. This is so powerful that I've been walking. I've walked multiple holes in shoes, you know, on the piers. I mean, I've been up and down that beach and coast so many times. I've been talking to all these people. All these people on the free. We've been saying the starfish dying there, right? And I want to explain why. I found that at Oceanside, by the way. I want to explain this. They're saying a virus. They're hypothesizing a virus, but they've never seen anything like it before. And then he's going back to the 1940s, says it'd be mutated, which is perfectly correlated. And I want to understand this is starfish leukemia. This is and I want to explain to you why. Now, I could write 10 PhDs on leukemia. My two loves of my life, in their primes of their life, my father and my girlfriend both. My dad nuked in the Nevada test site, radiation, died of leukemia in the prime of his life. I held his hand, beautiful, incredible specimen. Annika, born in the Belarus. I loved her so much, you know, held her hand, both of them while they were dying. Then I get it. Fukushima, I've been telling this from the day one, in a Cassandra-like, I mean, will I be viewed in history some kind of prophecy? Oh, absolutely. What I've been able to do, you know, on the markets, on everything, but on Fukushima, oh my God. It's staggering. It freaks me out, actually. For me to even think about it, it really freaks me out. It's impossible to do what I've been able to do. But I want to explain this. When you get leukemia, here's what happens. It triggers. The test is simple. It's a blood test, you know, for the early, and then you have to bone marrow biopsy to get in detail, but you'll have an elevated white count, right? Yes, because the body's tricked. The body thinks that it's fighting off a virus or a bacteria. It presents just like a virus or bacteria. And then you get another elevated count. That's what it's doing. That's what leukemia is. It is a form of a virus. It is like a virus. But it is the free radicals set free, killing the other cells. I mean, acute fashion. That's exactly what's happening to the starfish. And he's saying he hypothesized back, imagine that. Right when nuclear fallout and death via cancer are perfectly correlated. As America's gone, American toxics going down the same road Russia went down. Let's get real. You know, you could Google in and they're going to tell you the Belarus and Ukraine life expectancy is 71 years old. It's a lie. Why? Because the World Health Organization, the IAEA, the UN are the same cabal. They got hijacked by the NUCLERISM in 1953, Price Anderson, just like America. It's the biggest freaking mass murder fucking killer fucking zone in the history of mankind. I mean, I've known this in detail. I could write 100 books on this. You know, these paranoid, I mean, all our resources in the United States are now going to the military fucking police state. All of them. All of them. That's where our human resources go. That's where our finances go. That's where our wealth goes. Just like it did in Russia. That's exactly why in Russia, because of fear, America doesn't, he's going, oh, we all got our guns, we're going to line up, we're deer hunters, we're going to line up a horn. No, fear did it. They did it from within. Rupert Murdoch, it just proves you one man. The House of Windsor, I hate the rule. I hated the American system. So I came up with the rule. I mean, I want to go back to the royal system. I want to destroy America. Rupert Murdoch, mission accomplished. George Walker Bush, mission accomplished. Fear. We have nothing but fear. So what do you think nuclear is? Pure fear. Well, how many nuclear bombs you got to have? Megan Rice, who's she? Freaking out down there at the Reagan. Oh, we love the troops. Oh, Kevin Black is the only one. And prove it because he's got the only permit that was even filed for, and I have it. History will record this. Oh, 6 months ago, Kevin's saying, hey, buy Apple on the derivative. Before the split. I tried to get you guys to go on the hedge fund, wouldn't do it again. It's freaking 3 years ago, I'm telling you. And, you know, did a video, turned $3,000 into $700,000 right in front of your life. Yeah, you'll still watch Max Kaiser. You'll still watch Greg Hunter. You'll still watch freaking, you know, our shows. Buy silver. Oh, the rig. We ain't going to the rig market. The two most rigged markets in the history of mankind, bar none, are silver and gold. The Queen's freaking thing. You know how much of that shit they've produced? I mean, they're the most rigged markets on earth. You know, next to maybe diamonds, De Beers. Oh, Rhodes. Oh, Bill Walmart Clinton, Rhodes Scholar, Carl Rove. Oh, the pedophile. You know, when I stood in the 90s, in the early 90s, or Lord Brown, I stood up and I got kicked out. I thought I'd get fired. My boss cheered. I says, hey, Lord Brown. Yeah, I stood up in the Q&A. Where do you get off? Coming in this country? Fred or Bill or Bob, whatever the fuck your name. Fuck you. We don't call people. Well, we keep you royal fuckers. They're back. Well, American Toxic. As Lori and I stood in Carlsbad right there, did that pitch for American. It's true. We've done this. We're going to walk in the same walk that Russia desecrated themselves for. The Caspian Sea, build a pipeline. Oh, the terrorists. And finally, there's some more confirmation. I said for years that I was in Wendover playing blackjack in 2000 and run into the fucking 9/11 guys. had arguments with them. They were pricks. They were out there for weeks. Now we find out, sure shit, from San Diego, they stayed in Wendover. It was them. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. You know, they always are, Kevin's crazy. Yeah, Cassandra. Is this Cassandra? Will I be viewed as some kind of oh, absolutely. Look, and there's proof. Just because you don't see, you're still, because it's dogma. America's degenerate. Fear. Russia, the life expectancy is 51 years old. And if think about it, still killing in droves. Who's to tell you it kills 4,000 a day? I mean, 4,400 in its history, it killed 4,000 a day. What's her name? The great Hugh Scotts? The great tennis player. She born right there, prime of her life, 30 years old, boom. That's what these things are. This is the first data. I've talked to so many of these. I've been at Scripps, at the Monterey Actuary, hints at every one of them. I've been to every one of them. Walked holes in my shoes, up and down. Randall and Ray protested all over on California, up and down that. You know, here to tell you, visual proof. John KIRK up there could prove it. Everybody could prove it. We're like, hey, you know, but you'll pull back in your basement, some freaking rat, and you rats and trolls, you're gonna die. You're gonna, because you threw such bad karma. You're just gonna, you know, karma will take care of you fuckers. You're just gonna die. But because this is, well, it's heartbreaking. We need to get out of California. We need to get out of the U.S. Yeah. You know, the surfers at Santa Cruz, who I was tied with long before Fukushima, I have very close friends with them. I've been walking up and down that beach since I was a little boy. You know, I knew these fucking, I've been talking about the tide pools being dead and the starfish being dead and the sea lions being dead and the humans being dead since the day Fukushima happened. On the fucking piers out there. I mean, why a critical did with a fucking central line hanging out of my jugular vein? I don't eat, sleep, drink this. I literally sleep with it. I could write 10 books, PhDs on leukemia. 10 books. It presents like a virus, and the virus fucking sets loose in you. And you know, sometimes it's more radical than others, and when it becomes acute, it mows you down and kills you. That's what the starfish, I mean, this confirms it. This is a major, yeah, they can go and deny what's Fukushima, California. Go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, we're going down the same road Russia did. Toxic waste everywhere. The nuclear cities, I was working on a piece on the nuclear lost cities. You know, what are we in the United States? That's CNN. That's Wolf, Massa Blitzer. That's Anderson Vanderbilt. State-run television? Absolutely state-run television. Please. Anybody doesn't believe this? CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC. You know, we knew BBC and Reuters, you know, the Queen's mouthpiece, Rupert Murdoch, the Queen. Rupert Murdoch said himself, I hated the American system. My whole goal was to destroy America. You know, Sean Hannity, these guys, I would find these guys, which, by the way, Glenn Beck back on the dope again. You know, just like Bush, back on the dope again. I used to be all fucked up on the Lord, now I'm all fucked up on the dope. But here we go. Same old routine. Fear. You had nothing but fear of self. But fear, you feared the military-industrial complex. Beware, Eisenhower. He wasn't just freaking a cliche, ain't it? It's over. It's over. 262 toxic. If we had a major nuclear meltdown in the United States, how would we know? How would we know? Another one in Japan, how would we know? Who's going to tell us? This is freaking, it's on. It's over. Fascism, mission accomplished. They did it. And you did it yourself with your guns and your gold. You know, Hunter, all these guys out there still pushing. I mean, how much of their money? Trust me. You know, I turned that 3,000 to 700,000. It got me in the bone marrow transplant unit. You know, it took everything from me. But wealth isn't money. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad I had it to get in. You know, but they take people without it either. You know, they screen you. I remember Vincent says to me, he says, psychologically, physically, I know you. You're a tough fucker, Kevin. You're relentless. If this YouTube site doesn't prove to you how relentless I am relentless. Endurance on Balco, literally into my stomach every day. I am relentless. He says, I wouldn't say this about anyone, but I know you. If you're going to take this and go in there and go through this horrible, horrible treatment, you know, most people can't. And I don't think I could do it again. I really, everything that I've done through here, I don't think I could do it again. And I'm a tough dude. That's the choices you have to make, and it's brutal because they're Hail Marys, because it's over. And, you know, you're willing to cut your breast off, cut your prostate out. These women, preemptive strikes, what, to make the nuclear more money? It's over. It's over. American toxic, it's over. You know, should we flee the... Should have a long time ago. The surfers of Santa Cruz begged me 2 months after freaking... They begged me. They sold out. Who knows better than me? And I've been friends with them since I was a little boy. Begged me to go to Chile with them. I wish I would have. You know, but... Cassandra, oh, my prophecy. Video at $47 on silver to buy the triple leverage down. Video at $1,900 on gold to get out and buy Tesla at freaking 16. Freaking buy Apple at 189 in the derivative market just 3 years ago. Went to 600, fucking $30 a piece to 12,000 a piece. Over and over. How come you not? I am rich, you know, and I forked over my money. It had to be this way. Of course, despite that I was ever born to sit this right, but my path was chiseled before I was born. And am I Cassandra's offspring? Wow. I even think about it, and I think about how pulled back I am, and everybody says, oh, it's your style. Oh, yeah, tell that to Jan Brooks. Tell that to Christina Radchick. They've been all over it. They know it's not much about the style. It's about denial. You know, this is the smoking gun. The first data. Beast, and get ready for more. More of it. You can stand in denial all you want, but so many you're going to get cancer and you're going to fucking die. You know, we'll see our lifespans go from average of 72 to 51, just like Russia did. Because we're walking the same thing. All our resources, human and natural and everything, goes to fight fear, which Russia went all in. And you go over there, fucking nuclear wasteland, it's a toxic fuck wasteland. Average, the lifespan's 51 in the Belarusian Ukraine. And you could pipe it in and say, oh no, it's 70. I saw that on Wikipedia because who's put it out? World Health Organization. Ken Buser's a rat. So many of these people that are rat in the black and yellow media whores, state-run military, I mean, Wolf, fucking Masada Blitzer, Anderson, Vanderbilt, Sanchez, fucking, I took the Hippocratic Oath, I'm a practicing neurosurgeon, Malice, radiation's good for him. When he was in Japan when it happened, boy, do they got blood dripping off their fucking hands. This is a big, this is the biggest story. This is the smoking gun. Starfish leukemia, absolutely. By the way, the sea lion, the famous sea lion at Hogle Zoo right here in Salt Lake, got leukemia and died in 2012. And said he was losing 6, 7, 8 pounds a day just like Kevin, and boom, dead just like that. That's how it works. You know, so it's going to happen to so many of you. So many people are going to, you know, denial. It's sad. It's American toxic. American over? Yes, absolutely. We killed ourselves with fear. You know, we feared ourselves. We have another fear but fear itself. Well, we went all fear in. Thank you to all the fucking rat fuckers. And the cancer institutes of fucking the world would like to thank you right down to their bone marrow. Of course, they're killing themselves. This is so fucking sad. The denial's so sad. Nobody listen to me. Nobody. Now, Kevin's crazy. Like a fucking pack of wolves. Cassandra, oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. I even think about it all the time in this whole thing, my journey, my path, it freaks me out. It freaks me out. If I was still on Wall Street and then oh fuck, I'd be like higher than the other Ackerman, not fucking Thomas. He got it. He got it through the art right off the get. Oh, there's quite a few people that watch these videos that got it, but nobody else. Denial. Still waiting for confirmation. Well, here it is, fuckers. PBS, right as they advertised the Koch brothers up front. Starfish leukemia. Wow. Go cut your breasts off, have your thing, oh, we're okay. I'm a movie star, I'm a celebrity, I'm going to be a royal. Good night. Goodbye. Over. Time to get out of the United States? Yeah, 3/11/11 was the time to get out of the United States. I'll never forget it. I had an oligarch call me from Manhattan. And she's like, I'm not going to tell you who I am, Kevin. In the middle of the night, right after Fukushima happened. But I'm freaked out. What do you think? And I says, oh, yeah, they're lying to us, huh? And I says, yeah, it's pluming over. She says, we're getting on the Learjet and we're fucking going out of here to fucking Chile tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Obama did that, too. They all did it. You know, wow. Barry Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake. Gina McCarthy, Crash Redneck, now head of the EPA. I can go on and on and on. I have the list of war criminals. You know, Fox News, Sean Hannity, all of them war criminals. I mean, I have them all. I got my list, but it doesn't matter because no one will listen to me anyway till long in the picture, you know. Cassandra, stand tuned.